Republican Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson is saying that John Boehner would lose his speakership if he caves on tax increases to avert the sequester that is coming up in just mere days. Let's take a look at what Senator Johnson had to say.
Got spending here in Washington.
Boehner made similar vows during the fiscal cliff fight, and conservatives are now warning if he caves again, he will get pushed out.
I don't quite honestly believe that Speaker Boehner would be Speaker if that happens. I think he would lose the speakership.
All right. Now, is that likely to happen? Is that the reality of the situation? And if it were, what would that signal in terms of the Republican Party? So, number one, it's very unlikely to be true, right? Despite reports of friction, there were only 10 House Republicans that voted against Boehner's reelection as Speaker back on January 3rd, and there was a huge hubbub about the possibility that Boehner might lose his speakership. So I just don't think it's very likely. Now, it is possible. There are rules, according to Jefferson's Manual, which is a 19th century procedural manual, which has been largely incorporated into House rules. A speaker may be removed at the will of the House and a speaker pro temp appointed. A resolution declaring the office of Speaker vacant presents a question of constitutional privilege, though the House has never removed a speaker. It is possible. It's unlikely on all counts, both historically and based on the current Republican House. But would any other reasonable Republican even want to be Speaker right now? Approval for Republicans is lower than ever, as we talked about yesterday. Obama's approval is essentially higher than ever, higher than it's been in years and years. It's clear that John Boehner is a Boehner first, country last type of guy. But that being said, I don't know that any Republican would really gain any advantage from being Speaker in this climate right now.
A Republican who thinks they can change public opinion. Right.
But do you think they're really so disconnected from the reality of where the Republican Party is now that there are not Republicans naive or pompous enough to think that their speakership would turn public opinion around?
I think about the types of people we're talking about here. I mean, I guarantee you there's at least a couple people who would love to have this position because they truly think that they can somehow make a big difference.
Or maybe they want that extra security.
Maybe they just want to sit behind Obama.
Yeah,
when he's giving speeches.
Maybe that's the case.
Yeah.